Hi, it's Kevin from Made in Leicester, and here with me in the studio I've got Manoj, one of the organisers of the Leicester Music Festival. Welcome, Manoj.
Hey, it's great to be here.
And it's great to have you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks for coming in. Leicester Music Festival, it's causing rather a stir at the moment on the scene. Would you like to give us, a little bit of background information about it?
Well, we're ever so excited. Shane and I, two guys, local boys, had an idea. It was Shane's brainchild. Had a great idea that instead of just doing little events, let's do something big. We started with Alexander O'Neill and Heatwave last year that we took to the O2 Academy. That went really well.
And the O2 Academy in Leicester?
In Leicester.
Right.
That's right. We had 700-800 guests there.
Okay.
And it went well. And we just thought, let's step it up. And we talked about it. And here we have one of the biggest gigs ever to come to Leicester. It's just fabulous. The journey's been amazing. And to bring the lineup that we have to Leicester, we've got people in the industry absolutely wondering how on earth we managed to get it to Leicester.
I was going to say, it is quite, like you say, is it the biggest lineup ever to have been in Leicester? Is that true?
Well, I would say so. I think the nearest thing to rival it was about 11 years ago, one big Sunday, when Radio 1 came to Victoria Park.
Oh, okay.
And they had
Before my time.
Before your time. They had a good lineup of artists that came to Victoria Park. But the number of artists that we've got here are larger, and I think it's a bigger and a better lineup than that particular day.
I think you're probably right, because, Leicester Music Festival is spanning over 2 days, isn't it?
That's right. Friday the 25th of July and Saturday the 26th of July. And it's a full-day event from 11 a.m, gates open, right the way through till 10:30 at night.
Crikey. Is there camping in between?
Well, we don't have camping this year. If people can find a place to camp, by all means. But we're starting off on a very simple basis. We've got an arena where people don't have to get wet because 70% of it is undercover.
Right.
They're not going to get muddy because it's a rugby ground, one of the premier rugby grounds in the country. So the drainage is fantastic, and of course, most importantly, you don't have to wait and queue at the toilets.
That sounds brilliant.
It's a brilliant facility.
And also, the fact that it is in town, as you say, the rugby ground, it's quite local. Well, local. There's no problems getting there for most people as well, and there's all conveniences nearby.
Absolutely. It's in the heart of Leicester, and we were very, very keen to bring it to Leicester.
Yeah.
And we don't want to go anywhere else. We're local boys. We're very proud of our city, and we wanted to keep it in Leicester.
Okay, brilliant. All right then. Well, so some of the artists appearing, like you say, are quite amazing, quite big, well-known names, like, for example, Tiny Temper and the Saturdays and Kool and the Gang and Labyrinth, and now I believe you've got UB40 as well.
That's right. This week we announced UB40 featuring the original members of the band, including Ali Campbell.
Right.
Yes, and this will only be the second gig they'll have done together in a decade, I imagine. So we're really proud because that's a serious festival band.
It certainly is. Okay, well, let's play one of the songs by one of your guests then. Let's play Tiny Temper and Pass Out, just to give people a flavour of the kind of the music that's going to be at the festival.
It's okay, I'm good. Let's go! Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars and the cards out. Let's have a toast, a celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until we pass out.
Let it play, let it go away.
Yeah.
We won't come down till we hit the ground.
Yeah, pass out. Yeah, I'm in charge now. I'm a star and I brought my cast out. I live a very, very, very wild lifestyle. Heidi and Audrina, eat your heart out. I used to listen to you, don't wanna bring arms out. I've got so many clothes, I keep some in my aunt's house. Disturbing London, baby, we about to branch out. Soon I'll be the king like Prince Charles. Yeah, and there ain't nobody fresher. Semester to semester, raving with the freshers. 20 light bulbs around my table and my dresser. CLC compressor, just just in case that don't impress her. Say hello to Dexter, say hello to Uncle Fester. Got him gazing at my necklace and my crazy sun protectors. G-Shocks, I got a crazy dumb collection. Haters, I can't get reception. Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars out. Let's have a toast, a celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until we pass out.
Let it fade, let it go away. We won't come down until we hit the ground and
pass out. She was meant to last me 24 hours, right? Yeah, they say hello, they say hola, and they say bonjour. I never got to fly on a Concorde. I've been Southampton, but I've never been to Scunthorpe. I'm crazy with the kicks, call me John Claude. I'm back to be a bigger star than my mum for. Cause every day I got a groupie at my front door. Now I drive past the bus I used to run for. Where's my clap, where's my encore? I walk alone, cause I was born alone. I chucks her just for fun, I'll never ever call her phone. I leave her in the club, I'll never ever walk her home. D.O. the foundation, I'm the cornerstone. I'm very famous, I'm super known. And if your son doesn't, I bet your daughter knows. Check out my visual, check out my audio. Extraordinary, yo, hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, we bring the stars out. We bring the women and the cars out. Let's have a toast, a celebration, get a glass out. And we can do this until we pass out.
let it fade, let it go away. We won't come down until we hit the ground and
pass out. Look at me up in the cheeky man. Look at all the drama we started. Now I'm in here laying on my back, singing DJ, won't you give me one more track?
Let it go away. We won't come down until we hit the ground and
pass out.
Let it fade, let it go away. We won't come down until we hit the ground and
pass out.
That was Tiny Temper and Pass Out. Wow, that's brilliant. Hey, Manoj, do you think he's going to? Do you think he'll be actually playing that song at the festival?
Absolutely. If Tiny doesn't play Pass Out, Tiny needn't turn up.
Yeah, so that's like we were saying. That's a fantastic lineup. What made you think of what influenced your decisions in the bands that you chose and the artists?
Well, we wanted to create something that the whole family would enjoy, because often you find it's an urban mix or it's an old school mix.
Yeah.
And for a festival to be a festival, you need to have something that suits all the genres and something that everyone will enjoy. For us, we're family people and we wanted to make it a family event, so that when mum and dad are out there, the youngsters can enjoy themselves, but so can mum and dad. So it's very, very important.
Yes, yeah. I mean, some of those. So you got Tiny Temper, the Saturdays, Kool and the Gang as well.
Kool and the Gang.
And Katie B, and Professor Green, so a bit more modern there, and Labyrinth as well.
Yes.
And you've also got Aswad, Sam Bailey as well from the X Factor. She's got a voice on her as well, isn't she?
The fastest and best-selling album this year.
Really?
Yes, apparently. I read that somewhere, I think, just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. And you've got Billy Ocean, Diversity, Soul to Soul, Union J, and Stereo Nation, amongst others.
Yes, and UB40, as we've already mentioned. And we also have, of course, Play at Leicester Music Festival, where two local bands are going to get the chance to play in front of the arena.
Right,
Which should be fantastic.
Yeah, that's something I'm involved in at the moment, isn't it? I'm one of the judges there. And I have to say, because obviously being a judge, I've been to all of the Play gigs, and they have been absolutely fantastic. It's incredible and really, really difficult to choose between them. But the good thing about them is that the public can go along as well, and they can have an influence as to which one of these bands get through.
Very much so. Leicester's got a fabulous local band scene, and I think with various shows being cancelled, like Summer Sunday was cancelled, I believe.
Yes.
this year, and funding is difficult. And what was important for us was to put something back into the community, and over 120 bands went online, and they've been battling it out. Dwindled down to a handful of bands, I think 50 or so, that have played at various arenas now, and they're being selected to perform at a final, and at that final, 2 of them will get the chance to play in front of an entire arena.
Wow.
So it is about local bands and putting something back into the local economy, and supporting unsigned bands.
Brilliant. Excellent. So how many bands will be chosen? I think just 2.
2 bands definitely will be chosen for the event. It's very difficult to fit a huge lineup like we've got with all the changeovers that take place on stage, because all the bands are playing a full set.
Right.
So they're not playing 2 or 3 songs and disappearing. They're all playing a minimum of 40 minutes.
Right. Brilliant.
So, you can imagine the turnarounds that we need to.
So how's it going to be? How's it going to be organised? Then you've got. I'm trying to picture it. You're in the rugby ground. Are the stages going to be in the middle, in the middle of the pitch, or?
Okay, so imagine you're sat inside the GNC stand. What was the Caterpillar stand? Yes, that's the huge stand that holds just short of 11,000 people. So all of these people right in front of you are going to be looking down on the pitch. The pitch will be full of fans. Stood or sat on the pitch.
Yeah, a festival's not a festival unless you're standing. That's what
absolutely standing. I'd say
sitting people as well.
They'll be chilling. Yes, and then if you imagine on the other side of the pitch, in the dugout of the Holland and Barrett stand, in the middle will be the stage, and it's a fabulous stage. It's a 40-meter stage, so you've got 2 giant screens either side. It'll be 6-8 foot tall, so that everyone in the arena can see it. The sound and acoustics will be fabulous. So, wherever you're sat, you'll be able to see, or stood, you'll be able to see what's happening.
So there'll be just the one stage?
The one stage, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. That sounds... So it's like the same sort of layout as, say, Wembley Stadium. I used to go there.
Yeah, very much so, on a smaller scale.
The stage at the front, and then you've got the pitch with people on, and people sitting in the seats around the edges as well.
Absolutely, and there are things to do in between the intervals. There'll be a lot of entertainment happening. The environment, the atmosphere, the experience will be one not to be missed.
Absolutely. Right, before we go on, should we play a song from another one of the artists, one of the more recently confirmed acts, UB40? And here's Red, Red Wine. Absolute classic, this. I remember this from my youth.
It's up to you.
That was UB40 and Red Wine, as we said earlier, absolute classic from the old days. And they'll be playing, one of the many guests, playing at the Leicester Music Festival. Wow, Manoj, how did you get them on the bill?
With a lot of hard work, a lot of influence, and a lot of money.
Okay, I mean that is the amazing thing, isn't it? You've got, like you're saying, you've got all these massive artists, and the good thing is that you're giving exposure to some of the local bands as well.
It's very important. It's very important to us. Local is very important to us. Although this is a big commercial event, it's also very, very important to both Shane and I that this was kept local, and that's why we've got. Play at Leicester Music Festival happening for local bands.
Yeah.
And of course, we've also got Formal Warning. And we chose Formal Warning simply because of their tenacity, their popularity, their enthusiasm, and they're good.
They are. And they're very, very, very entertaining to watch as well on the stage, running around.
Absolutely. And they're ever so polite. Ever so nice
lovely
people.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. Okay, perhaps we might play one of Formal Warning's songs a little bit later on. Twisted, that's one of my favourites. And they went through a phase, didn't they? They recently disbanded and they got back together again. But anyway. Okay, so do you think, Manoj, will this be the first Leicester Music Festival of many, or is it just a one-off, do you think?
Well, we're hoping it'll be one of many. Simply, we need to make number one successful. And, here we have two local boys bringing the biggest festival ever to happen in Leicester, 2 days in the heart of our city at the Tigers Ground on Friday the 25th and Saturday the 26th of July. If this works, this will put Leicester on the map, because Leicester has never been known as a festival city. And only if it works, clearly the numbers have to stack up. Only if it works, it will continue again and again. And we're relatively confident, but hey, nervous as well at the same time, because we think the lineup is the best anyone could have done. And in actual fact, a lot of people in the industry have absolutely stepped back in amazement at how we have managed two local boys to get a lineup like this. Importantly, what really matters are the people that walk through the door into the stadium on the day. On both days, and we'd say, please buy your tickets early, support two local lads, but most importantly, support our local city.
Absolutely.
Be proud of our city, and if this works well, which we're quietly confident but nervous at the same time, in all honesty, if this works really well, it will absolutely continue every year.
Great. I can imagine being one of those things that if people don't buy your tickets earlier on, you're probably sitting there looking at the ticket sales thinking, oh no, is it gonna work? Is enough people gonna go to pay for itself? And then you might be sort of hoping to the last minute and think, oh, I hope people turn up at the last minute, sort of thing. So are you watching the ticket sales with that in mind, sort of?
No, that nervous twitch I have. Yeah, absolutely. It's we're very much aware that it's a very late purchase that happens at festivals, unless you're very well established like Glastonbury. Most festivals work with that sort of curve, where the curve is steep towards the end.
Right. So then you have to hope for the good weather and things like that as well.
Absolutely. What the great thing is, whatever the weather, 70% of that stand, the people at the event will be undercover.
Yes.
So that's really good.
That's true.
And it'll be, of course, fabulous weather always helps.
Yeah.
And we all want to enjoy the sun. And you know what? I'm confident it'll be a sunny weekend.
I hear you got some links with charities as well. Is that right?
Very much so. Shane, the co-founder of the Leicester Music Festival, alongside myself, Shane is a patron of Wishes for Kids. And Wishes for Kids is a charity based in lots of cities around the country, and they do an amazing work for terminally ill children. And we've granted 8 wishes that I'm aware of at the moment for children that wish to meet their celebrities, and they have accepted, and we will be chauffeuring these children, treating them like VIPs with the red carpet treatment. They'll be arriving just like all the celebrities, and they will get an opportunity to meet their
idols.
Idols, that's the right word. They're heroes.
Wow.
And you know what? The celebrities have been fantastic.
Yeah. God, that's quite incredible, actually. That's really good to know that like such a big event is doing something positive. And well, it's positive all round, isn't it? It's positive for Leicester City as well as the charity and touching people's hearts and doing some real genuine good out there.
Absolutely. I mean, the local companies like Sturgis have been great. It puts a lump in my throat.
Yeah,
just talking about
tell,
it.
yes.
That these local firms, they've been brilliant. They're providing us with all the chauffeur vehicles, and they'll be chauffeured in Land Rovers, Range Rovers, and Jaguars, treated with exactly the same vehicles that their heroes and idols will be using on the day, and treated exactly the same way as VIPs.
Wow, that's amazing. Incredible. Okay, what an inspiration.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's play another one of the bands that are going to be appearing at the Leicester Music Festival, the Saturdays, and What About Us?
We are waiting so long, I'm suffocating. Oh, why are we waiting so long, I'm suffocating. Boy, it's now or never, time we got together. Been a long time coming, now I need that loving. I like the way you tease me, but let's just make this easy. Put me in control, we could switch roles and I'll take the lead. You're so far behind me, you know what I need. I'm not gonna stop. Whatever the weather, we gon' be better together. So what's up, baby? What about us? 'Cause I've been watching and waiting. Why don't you give in and take it? So what's up, baby? What about us? What you doing to my head? Nah, 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 nah. Should be here with me instead. Nah, 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 nah. What about those words you said? Nah, 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 nah. What about us? What about us? Oh, why are we waiting so long? I'm suffocating. Oh, why are we waiting so long? I'm suffocating. I love to hear you whisper. Take it lower. Don't be afraid to show what you freaking do. 'Cause we can do it nightly. You get me excited. Now it's my turn. Yes, it's my turn. So give it to me. Why are we waiting? Know what you need, and I'm not gonna stop. Whatever the weather, we gon' be better together. So what's up, baby? What about us? 'Cause I've been watching and waiting. Why don't you give in and take it? So what's up, baby? What about us? What you doing to my head? Nah, 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 nah. Should be here with me instead. Nah, 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 nah. What about those words you said? Nah, 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 nah. What about us? 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 Whatever the weather, we gon' be better together. So what's up, baby? What about us? 'Cause I've been watching and waiting. Why don't you give in and take it? So what's up, baby? What about us? What you doing to my head? Nah, 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 nah. Should be here with me instead. Nah, 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 nah. What about those words you said? Nah, 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 nah. What about us? What about us? Let me take the lead. Nah, 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 nah. You know what I need. Nah, 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 nah. Put my mind at ease. And tell me what about us? What about us?
That was the Saturdays, and What About Us? So do you know actually what times the bands will be playing, Manoj?
We've got an idea. We've sort of worked out a schedule, but that can change for all sorts of reasons, so we don't publicise that.
Okay.
Because on the day, it could change.
I suppose. But you must know who the headliners will be, so...
You can work it out.
UB40.
Think about, whoever you want them to be.
All right,
But think about the biggest artists, the most current in the lineup.
Current, Tiny... Labyrinth, Professor Green, Tiny Temper.
I'd say Tiny and Labyrinth are the big headliners,
Right.
followed closely by several of the others, from
Yes.
KTB, Pro Green, Union J, the Saturdays. They're all big headliners.
So do you think, I mean, a lot of bands, when they go touring the country, they always miss out Leicester. I hate to say it, I mean, a lot of my favourite bands, they'll play Nottingham, and then they'll play Birmingham NEC Arena, and then they'll go down to London. Is this an attempt to maybe, like you said earlier, trying to put Leicester on the map? So hopefully perhaps they might start to stop off it, although we haven't really... Have we got anywhere big enough for them to play?
Well, I think we're going to prove we have. The Tiger Stadium is a great arena, 22,000 people.
That's true, yeah. Is this the first music festival at the Tiger Stadium?
No, they had a stab at it last year with James Morrissey and Will Young. Okay. So it's got a license and so forth, and they've done it, and they're very, very familiar with large crowds and managing that. Brilliant. So, you know, they had the game at the weekend with the Wasps, and that had 24,000 capacity there. Right. So we think we already have that, and I do believe there was an article recently that Leicester may have an arena that holds 8,000 people next year. I've seen that, yeah. With Sir Peter Soulsby backing that. So it'll be wonderful, because 7,000, 8,000 is the magic number to commercially stack up a large artist to come to the city. Right. And a 2,000-3,000 capacity venue won't work. No, it can't work. Commercially, it doesn't stack up. Therefore, you know, Leicester does need an arena like that for certain. However, for a festival, you need a much bigger arena than that. There would be one-off artists, I imagine, at an arena like that. Yeah. But in terms of, you know, Leicester has two big stadiums, football and rugby, and the rugby one, I think, is absolutely the right one.
Brilliant. Okay, so how many people do you think will go there over the weekend?
Well, it's 44,000 people over 2 days. Wow. So we're hoping it'll be a sellout. You know, there's no reason why it can't be, and it shouldn't be. It's in the heart of summer. Children are off school. There's not a lot to do. And if you look at the pricing, £45 for an all-day ticket. Now, you find most artists charge that much and more just for
the one night.
One night for an hour and a half of singing. We're talking a full day with entertainment in between. Yes. And I can't give that away just yet, but there's going to be an amazing entertainment environment experience. Okay.
Something for all the family?
Something for the entire family. So they will absolutely, certainly, definitely not get bored. And there's going to be a big food fest as well. There's so much food to choose from to eat, so it's not all about junk food. There's lots of healthy options there. There'll be lots of entertainment, lots of places they can disappear, of course. For lots of liquid refreshment.
In case it's a hot, sunny day.
Lots and lots of liquid refreshment.
Real ale tent?
Absolutely something. Oh. Absolutely, there'll be refreshment to suit all palates.
Oh, very good. I look forward to that. Brilliant. So what we're going to do now is, do you think, are you expecting any more big names to be added to the bill?
No, I think the problem we've now got is fitting them in. Yes. Right. So if we want them all to do a full set of at least 40 minutes, you can imagine when you've got a 10 and a half, 11 hour window, you've got to and you've got to turn the stage around as well. Yes, so it'll be difficult to fit any more big headliners, but this lineup, let's just say Wireless, for example, compare it. Yes, go online, compare leicestermusicfestival.co.uk.
I'm not sure if I've heard of that one.
Yeah, Wireless is in the West Midlands, right. And that's been going a number of years now. Yeah, and the other side of Birmingham. And you know what? We heard they were out marketing themselves at an event that we were at, and they came up to us and said, "Your lineup is better than ours." And then we took a closer look and we said, yes, it is, actually. We weren't comparing ourselves. It's from them that this came. And then we compared prices, and we're 30 to 40% cheaper as well. Wow. And you don't get wet. Hey, absolutely. We're on a winner, and it's in our city, so we don't have to worry about camping out or anything like that.
And it's the genuine artists as well. I mean, a number of festivals around here have tribute acts, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Which are very good festivals.
No, there are just to clarify this, because a few people have questioned this, are these tribute acts? No, these are the real deal original artists performing here in Leicester, in the heart of our city.
Brilliant. Can't say fairer than that. Absolutely look forward to that. Is there a website that people can go to get more information?
Absolutely. It's www.leicestermusicfestival.co.uk. If you just look up Google Leicester Music Festival, it'll take you straight to the website, and everything on it, all your frequently asked questions, everything is there for you to look at.
And you're going all out on the publicity as well, aren't you? I noticed there was an advert on the TV I was watching. I forget what channel it was. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Leicester Music Festival.
It was Central Television, yes.
Oh, right, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, we just want people to know about it, and I guess we want people to go online, like the Facebook page. We want them to tweet their friends or just pass our link on to people and let people know that they're going. And we need it to be a success because it's a local thing, and if it works, then the local economy benefits. Most importantly, the people of Leicester benefit. Importantly, we grant wishes for very special children. Mm-hmm. Importantly, we do good in Leicester, and we put Leicester on the map.
That's right.
And we have fun.
Absolutely.
And we have fun. It's really important because this will be a once in a lifetime for a lot of people in terms of experiencing this lineup of artists. And bearing in mind, we've got some serious old school artists in there. We talk about the young ones, but when we look at the likes of Kool and the Gang, they're coming all the way from America.
Wow.
Kool and the Gang. You remember Cherish?
Yes, I know.
Everyone will remember Celebration, yes?
Yeah,
Celebrate good times. Everyone plays that song. It's a classic song, but do you know who sang it? It was Kool and the Gang. Yeah. So youngsters will remember that. And of course, we mustn't forget we've got Diversity, the dance troupe. They're dancing on both days. Banjo is on stage. How many dance troupes are there in Leicester? Hundreds of street dance troupes and different ballet, street, Bhangra, Bollywood. We have lots and lots of dance troupes. This is Diversity, the best known dance troupe in this country, performing on both days on stage.
Amazing. And Aswad, I'm looking forward to seeing Sam Bailey actually, because obviously seeing her on the TV, it'll be quite interesting to see what she does live.
Well, she'll be rather round and expecting.
Oh, will she?
I don't know. You may have heard that she's expecting a child shortly after the festival, around that time. But she's on stage, and we're really looking forward to. She's been a great advocate and ambassador of Leicester Music Festival, and when she was on Britain's Got Talent, she was X Factor. Which one was it? X Factor. On X Factor, she actually plugged Leicester Music Festival for us, and that was wonderful. Very kind of her to do that. She's an amazingly talented woman.
Okay, I'll look forward to seeing her. And also, but one thing that's close to my heart is the support for local bands as well. Like we were saying earlier, they're going through the round of competitions at the moment called Play at LMF. If anybody wants to see what bands are playing where, just go to the Facebook page, Play at LMF, and you can vote for your favourite bands. And one of the bands that has got through is Formal Warning, like we were saying. I think really, really good. It's going to be good, really. It's going to be quite interesting seeing them on such a big stage, because they do put in a really good performance, running around. It's almost like a choreographed show they do. But seeing them on such a big stage, I'm sure that I'm sure they're going to use the full width of it. But I think that's a fantastic opportunity, and for the two bands who win the Play at LMF competition as well. So I mean that's what I really like about it, and be able to and that the band's playing to tens of thousands of people, which is a chance something doesn't come along very often.
Who's ever done that before? Can you think of any other city that's given that opportunity to local bands?
I can't. No.
To play next to UB40, play next to Labyrinth, to play next to Billy Ocean, to play next to Stereo Nation, Diversity, Sam Bailey.
And on the same stage as well. It's not a case of them playing in some tent somewhere while at the same time all these other big bands are on. They're actually playing on the same stage before they come on, so that the audience will be there and watching them. So yeah, absolutely. Hats off to you, Manoj.
Thank you.
Anyway, okay, so we'll just round up then by playing Formal Warning. So thank you very much for coming into the studio this afternoon, Manoj. And I can't wait for the festival myself. And here's one of the local bands who will be playing there, Formal Warning and Twisted.